Said you want to be starting something, got to be starting something. Hey y'all, welcome to Love a Good Plot. If you love a chaotic storyline, a good book, or a reality TV show that is way too serious, you're in the right place. I'm Shania.
And I'm Jasmine, and this is the podcast where we read it, watch it, and talk about it. So let's get into it.
Okay. Before we get into what we're reading this week, we are going to start off with the plot warm up where we ask each other questions based off the book that we are reading. I'm going to go first. Okay. Is it true what they say about PKs, preacher kids, that they're the most rebellious, bad kids?
I wouldn't say the most. I feel like preachers' kids are usually rebellious, but I think that goes hand in hand with like anybody with strict parents. I feel like the stricter you are, the more the kid wants to like push the limit.
Yeah. I think it's more of a shock factor because it's like, oh, your parent is a preacher and you doing this. So they're like, oh. But there are some PKs out there that are very rebellious. My mom was a PK, so I'm a PGK. So, yeah. And she did little things, but she wasn't that bad. And none of her siblings were bad either. So, me being a PGK, do you think I was a little rebellious? I was a good kid.
I think in high school you had some stuff. You were doing some stuff you had no business doing, but I think that's every typical teenager. I don't think it was anything where it's just, yeah, that girl Shania, she wow. I mean, I think it might be in a couple wild moments, but
Yeah, I did have some couple wild moments.
every time I think about the picture with the gas mask, I'm like,
hey. Oh my gosh, so y'all, I'm going to use that when I come out with a rap song. I'm going to use that as a cover.
when are you gonna come out with a rap song?
Coming soon.
Okay.
Yeah, I am. It's just going to be a single or whatever. What? I'm not going to write. I'm going to have a ghostwriter. I just want to get in the studio and rap.
Okay.
Just for fun. You gonna join me?
I'll see. I gotta see.
Okay. All right.
I don't know if I got my kids or not that day.
Okay. She got with them imaginary ass kids.
Anyways, so my question is, would you rather act on your feelings or
Did production write the question wrong?
that's wrong. Would you rather never act on your feelings or act once and then deal with the consequences after?
Knowing me, I'm gonna act on it and then deal with the consequences later.
Same, as long as it's nothing like too crazy, like
Fuck it.
because specifically if we're talking about like this book, it's about them like acting on their attraction towards each other. So I mean,
Just a little love or whatever.
I would. You never know if it's gonna work out unless you try.
Exactly.
And it's not like they were friends or anything. The only time I think I would be hesitant is if like maybe it was like a platonic friendship and we were trying to figure out if we were gonna take it there or not. But I feel like once you have those moments where it's like
It's already
thinking
over.
about taking it there,
It's already
the friendship
over.
is already out the window. Because I don't feel like y'all can be like platonic again after kind of thinking y'all had feelings for each other.
Exactly. So we might as well just dive deep in there. Not like that. I mean, dive deep into the situation.
As it pertains to the book, it was like me putting myself in the situation. I would just try it, see if it works. If it doesn't, like it isn't.
That's just like what we talked
Their
about
choices
before.
aren't harming anyone.
Yeah, as long as it's not harming somebody else. Okay. Anyways, yeah. So, okay, let's skip on to the next question. Do rules make situations safer or just more tempting?
Both.
Yeah.
I feel like rules sets the boundaries, but when you have rules in place, you're tempted to break them.
Yeah, because
I think it's a little bit of both. Like it does make the situations safer because y'all have outlined y'all's boundaries. But are y'all gonna cross them anyway?
Of
Probably.
course.
Is it going to be
If y'all having to sit
tempting?
there and outline your boundaries, then yeah.
Yeah, so I
It'll just
think,
be for fun.
I think it's like a little bit of both when it comes to that.
And also certain things just makes it more tempting to me. Because like I'm the type, like I'm gonna get into stuff. Like I like push buttons that I know I shouldn't be pushing just to see what's gonna happen. And I'm not talking about like just on with people. I'm talking about like literally
Also,
on anything.
if you're like naturally mischievous and like to get into things, that could be like a thing of yours where like you just
Yeah, I just see this post because I'm a Gemini. It said Geminis like to uh, push people until they see the real deal.
the people been saying Gemini's are two-faced.
I'm not two faced. Because whatever I say about you behind your back, I'll say it to your face. Be like, yeah, I said it. And I don't care.
That's what the people been saying.
They always say that, but it's really not. I don't mind repeating anything I say. Because if I said it, I said it. And
Who
I'll
was
say it
saying
again.
that?
Me, bitch.
Who said that?
I said it. Now what? What you gonna do?
Okay. My next question is, would you be okay with living with someone you're attracted to knowing that nothing can happen?
Girl, hell no.
Absolutely not. Because if you're attracted to each other, then something is going to happen.
Yeah, because like being attracted, even if y'all not even touching each other that way, like you still gonna have those feelings. You're gonna see.
Just seeing like the person walk by, and you're just like, also, and you're just easily accessible, like
what
and
if
both of y'all
y'all
are attracted
have a
to
drunk
each other.
night or something? Like, say y'all go out with some friends, y'all come home drunk, and it's just like,
well, I mean, so I slept in the same bed with someone I used to talk to, but we didn't touch each other.
Yeah.
Also, I was drunk. It was my birthday, and he just like was the one who took me back to the room. But at this point, it had been like a few years since we had our like talking situation, and we didn't have any like. The most we did was kiss. That's it. Like when we did talk.
yeah.
But like we could still like move around the group platonically with like no like
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
issue. But like I wasn't interested
But
anymore.
living with them, like you seen them every day and all
Yeah,
of
every
that.
day. That's a little different.
Yeah.
But I did sleep in the same bed with somebody I used to be in a talking situation with.
I could see that happening. Like,
and I was drunk and passed out. But he didn't do anything to me.
That's good.
He just got me back to like the room. And
yeah. Because that would be rape.
Yeah, he wasn't rapey.
Thank God. You're not friends with nobody rape you or used to talk to anybody rape you.
Okay, next question. That sounds crazy. Or was that the last question?
I think that was the last question.
Okay, so the questions pertain to the book that we're talking about today, which is Need You by Me by Endya Carter. So a brief overview of the book is Jaymi is a preacher's daughter under strict and controlling rules of her father, who dictates nearly every aspect of her life, even where she lives. Because of him, she's forced to stay with Marshall, an older man and respected deacon who has kept his distance out of loyalty and respect. As their relationship deepens, both Jaymi and Marshall are forced to confront the control, manipulation, and secrets rooted in their families. What starts as a forbidden connection quickly becomes something more complicated. So yes, the main characters in this book are Jaymi and Marshall. Marshall being the older man who is also a deacon in his late 30s, and then Jaymi being the younger woman who's also a preacher's kid, who's like 24, 25 in that age range. Jaymi has been rebellious, which is where their preacher's kid questions come in.
Yeah.
She's been rebellious. She was sent away at around 14 to a boarding school over
a rumor
that one of her friends told her mom, who then told her parents. And then they didn't bother to confirm whether it was true or not. They just sent her away.
You gotta go. That's so rude.
Which Jaymi harbored a lot of resentment for that. And she acted out even more, like, after the fact.
Then she moved to. It was based in Atlanta, right, or like Georgia.
The story is based in Georgia. She did move to California a little bit after high school to
for a
pursue
couple of
like
years.
singing, acting.
She had like a little Tubi movie.
Yeah, she had like a little Tubi.
So she had the Tubi
straight
movie.
to
TV movie.
Streaming movie.
And it had a sex scene in it. And like while she was living in California, her dad was paying for her rent.
Yeah, so her dad was paying her rent, and then he was like giving her like a monthly allowance.
Mm-hmm.
And
once that movie
he told her that like acting, he was okay with her acting, but he was like no nude scenes. So she did have, or sex scene, something like that. Yeah. She did have a sex scene in the movie, and he cut her off after that. And she did like try to stay in California, which she did a little bit after that, but she couldn't afford it anymore, and she did eventually have to come back to Georgia, where she later on like did enroll in college. So she's in college, taking courses for something. I can't remember what it was.
I don't remember.
But yeah, and she ends up her dad ends up making a deal with Marshall's dad, and he pays Marshall for her to stay there, and he also is still giving her a monthly allowance and paying for her classes until they get into it and he cuts her off completely.
Yeah. Would you let your 20-something-year-old daughter live with a 30-something-year-old man?
No, I would just get her own apartment, which
I don't understand.
He was trying to use the deacon to like keep an eye out on her because he also had access to the ring cameras,
which is
and the only reason he didn't have cameras in the house, well, he had cameras in the house, but he wouldn't give the preacher access. He was like, no. He was like, the most I'm giving you access to is
the ring camera.
The ring camera. I'm not giving you access to the cameras in my home.
To that because like that's an invasion of privacy.
She's also a grown woman.
Literally mid-20s. She's not a kid.
She's not a teenager. She's not a child.
Like nobody cares what she's doing.
She's not a virgin
at all. But the book was really good. I love Endya Carter's writing. That's her last name, right? Carter. Mm-hmm. I love the way she writes because she also wrote the Danger series that we talked about in the very first episode of the show. And she knows how to write a good book, and like it's not too choppy, it's not back and forth, it's not too many characters that we're following along with. So I really I just want to give my shout out to Endya Carter for being an excellent writer because I really enjoy her books.
Yeah, I like her books too.
Yeah. You want to tell them about the kitchen counter scene?
So after her dad cuts her off,
she wanna be like me so bad.
She still continues to live with Marshall because she can't afford to go anywhere else. So she told Marshall she would start paying him. But the dad kept paying him the rent, but didn't tell her. But anyways, he stopped giving her an allowance, and he also stopped paying for her college classes that she was taking. So I think this was summer, and she was just doing like one class over the summer. The advisor called her and was like, hey, we need your payment. Because she didn't know her dad didn't pay.
Yeah.
Also, come to find out later on, he doesn't realize that he didn't pay it either when they have a talk. But
yeah. The fact that wasn't even on purpose.
Yeah. So she has a friend, and this is a friend that her dad doesn't like. He banned her from coming to the house and everything, but she still hangs out with her. So her friend is like, look at how much money I made from OnlyFans. Just do OnlyFans. And she was like, I don't know about that. And she was like, well, you don't have to show your face. So like one day when Marshall isn't home, she sets up her camera and she's on the kitchen counter,
being Miss B nasty.
Doing her
stuff.
Her OnlyFans things. And
she had the tripod propped up. She was laid out on that kitchen counter.
Yeah.
Spread eagle.
Yeah. And while she was doing her thing, she squirts. And he walks in the kitchen and she's like in shambles. She's like, oh my God. So she like grabs her robe. She leaves her phone. She leaves the mess. She just goes to her room.
Locks herself in the door room.
So like he cleans up the mess.
Ew.
He picks up her phone and he like takes it to her and was like knocking on the door like, come out, it's okay. And I think he orders them food and he was like, just come down and eat. And he was like, we could talk about it. So they talk about it, and he like tells her he doesn't think she should be doing OnlyFans if that's not something that she wants to do. And he offers to pay for her school, that class that she's doing, so she doesn't have to do OnlyFans.
Yeah, so thank God. But then I don't like the fact that her friend got mad at her for taking his money to pay.
Yeah, so she told her friend, she's like, girl, I didn't have to do it. She was like, Marshall gave me the money, and her friend was like,
Marshall gave me money.
Like, you gonna take the man from him? You couldn't just.
I'm sorry.
And it's like, if I don't have to show my vagina for money, then I'm not.
Exactly. I'm not gonna.
Like, shouldn't you be happy I don't have to do that?
Sometimes right now I still think about doing it. You know, OnlyFans, because the way this world is going right now, I need a little extra cash. But if someone's like, hey, I'm gonna cover everything for you, why would I continue to do that?
Why would I go and show my?
Unless she was like already like making a lot of money from OnlyFans. She was in like the top 1% that they be having. It seems like everybody's in.
Yeah, because she was already like modeling for like lingerie lines.
Yeah, but if I'm about to start out in OnlyFans, and like
she took OnlyFans real serious because she was, you know, like some people say they don't even like upload like new content. They just upload like stuff that they used to upload on their Instagram story, like in their close friends and stuff like that, like still fully clothed. She went all that. She went all that.
Because OnlyFans wasn't even designed for that at first, but we'll be on there. I'm gonna put my feet on there. I should. I wish I would have linked it after that thread post. But yeah,
your body, your choice.
My body, my choice. So Marshall also had a girlfriend that he ended up breaking up with mid book because she didn't like the fact that Jaymi was living in the house with him, which I wouldn't either, because this bitch. Excuse me, Jaymi is described as a thick stallion like me.
Yeah, like 5'9", 5'10".
5'9", thick and fine.
Okay. I lost my train of thought.
But yeah, and like, just imagine you coming over to your man's house, and here comes Megan Thee Stallion walking by.
Yeah. But,
excuse me? And she lives here?
Yeah, they mostly broke up because she was trying to force him to marry her.
Yeah.
Like,
but that's why, I feel like that's why she was trying to force.
Yeah, like
that girl.
I mean, I don't think it was because of her in totality. I think it was because like the church was putting pressure on her too, because she was talking to the pastor separately, and the pastor was the one who like, because the pastor asked him like, oh, are you going to marry her? Like da da da. And then the daddy came and he was like, oh, well, do you plan on marrying her? I think it was like,
let's talk about the daddy.
I think it was the pressure from the church, and then the fact that she was like, he was there more, so he could have like more time with Jaymi.
And so let's talk about Marshall's daddy. So Marshall's daddy is a horrible man. He basically manipulated his son into killing his wife, who is Marshall's mom. His mom was sick. I don't know what pill he had and what bottle, and it was like, it's a whole trick. You have to read the book to see what happens. But he tricked Marshall into thinking that he actually killed his mom. And he carried that over Marshall's head for like, about 12 years now? I don't know. But he carried it over his head for a long time.
I think it might have been longer than that, because he did that to Marshall when he was in his like, I think early 20s, like late teens, because it was when he had came home from college. Because, you know, he had a fight in college and they ended up getting expelled, and he came back home. Yes. Yeah. So it was, and then Marshall was like, 37, 38 in the book or something like that. So damn near, he let him think that for like probably almost 20 years.
Yeah, which is crazy. And then like, my thing with Marshall is like, how did you not see that your dad did this? Your dad killed you.
Exactly. It took Jaymi to tell, questioning like the story when he told her, to like, for him to think like that this was all his dad's plan and it was his dad's fault. Yeah. Also, his mom came for money. So the mom knew that he was after the money. So she had switched everything, like all of her like assets, into Marshall's name. That way, if anything happened to her, the husband wouldn't get it.
Yep. And I'm glad she did that, because she knew he was grimy. Because as soon as she was dead and buried,
But
he
then, like
moved
2
in.
months, he moved his pregnant mistress in the house.
Who was pregnant with twins. That's insane. And then you want to act like you this whole
What's
old
insane
godly.
is you using your son to kill your wife.
It's like, and then it's like, okay, you do that, but then you turn around and want to hold it over his head. Like, dang, pick one.
And then the preacher knew too, because remember the preacher kept telling Jaymi, like, you don't really know him.
Yeah, so he thought that he killed the wife. That's sad. Yeah, but y'all should really tune in and read that book or listen to it on Audible.
Yeah, I really liked it. I think I finished that book in like 2 days.
Yeah, it was really good. I think I listened to it one time when I was going to Tyler or whatever, just driving. It was a really good book.
Yeah, I liked it.
Okay, so let's get into the plot we watch. And this week we are talking about biopics. As you see, Michael Jackson movie came out today, and I am wearing my Michael Jackson shirt, which will be linked in the bio. Look at it. It's nice. I'm sorry, I'm really excited about this movie.
She's been talking about this Michael Jackson movie for like 2 months.
Probably, okay, I've been sickly obsessed with it way more than 2 months.
But you've been talking about it for 2 months straight.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm excited. Okay, y'all, I had like this Michael psychosis when he died in 2009, that whole summer. When I tell you, I didn't listen to anybody but Michael Jackson, except for when I went to Beyonce concert. And then she was crying about Michael Jackson at the concert. Also, it's because my family tell me I killed Michael Jackson.
Shania, what? You predicted he was gonna die?
I drew a picture of him the night before he died. Just randomly. I was just drawing. I was like,
"Oh, killing him." It was already written. It was already going to happen.
Yeah, and I was drawing. I was like, "Oh my god, it's Michael Jackson!" And I was like, "Oh my god, it's just like Michael Jackson." Then the next day, Michael Jackson has died of a heart attack at the age. I was like,
wasn't he like in his 50s?
He was in his 50s. Yeah, but yeah.
Look back at it, so young.
Yeah. So we're gonna talk about biopics, and we had asked our listeners to send in some of their favorite biopics, and we're gonna read off some of them.
So we got Ray with Jamie Foxx. What's Love Got to Do with It?
Tina Turner.
Ike and Tina.
I know the song, right? I wrote it.
Angela Bassett did not get.
Oh, but she should have won just from her legs alone. Oscar. She should have won an Oscar.
We're switching in between music people and
movies.
But yeah, she should have got something.
Something. Yeah, and then we have Straight Outta Compton, which was some bull. Yeah, Eazy-E running across them houses, the roof on the Eazy-E running across the roof is Eazy-E running on the roofs of those houses like that. Like, let's be for real.
I like Straight Outta Compton.
It was good, but it wasn't real. And they also left out Michelle, who ended up having to make her own biopic.
And they left her out because Dr. Dre used to beat her ass.
Exactly, asshole.
And they didn't want to talk about that.
I mean, he didn't. You think he still do that? He probably do. I wouldn't put that past it.
Him and his ex-wife didn't get divorced not too long ago. Like
something did happen. I remember.
Well,
something happened to him.
They got divorced not too long ago. But they had to split the assets, and it was like something going on with that. But I don't remember if she detailed anything about abuse and like their divorce.
Then we have Selena. Anything for Selena's? We love Selena's over here.
Yeah, my first time watching Selena was in elementary. We got to watch it at school.
That's insane.
And the fact that she was killed in the movie and we watched it at school was kind of crazy. But I did go to like a school that had like a lot of Hispanic people.
That's crazy.
It was like half Hispanic, like half Black.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Tupac and Biggie movie. Then I think Little Kim needs one. But Cadillac Records. Mm-hmm. Beyonce playing Etta James, and then Muddy Waters, and what's the other guy that Cooper Short played? Anyway, Columbus Short, not Cuba Short.
Also, somebody
is Radio. Is that a biopic?
I don't know, but isn't Forrest Gump?
Forrest Gump, maybe.
Forrest Gump, was he a real person?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Let's not talk about the white man.
Yeah. I'm gonna stick to the blacks.
Um,
And Selena. I said we're gonna stick to the blacks and Selena.
there was something that somebody named. I'm trying. Oh, Why Do Fools Fall in Love? The story of Frankie Lyman.
It's crazy. He's insane. What he did to that dog. Drop that dog. Oh, to push his little ass over.
First of all, no, all them old ass women who were with him was crazy.
He died so young. When I looked up his life for real and I saw how young he was, I was like, wait a minute. But back then they looked so old at that age. Mm-hmm. That's why people be thinking when you say you're a certain age, they're like, oh my God, you look good for your age. No, they just used to look bad for their ages back then.
Yeah. And then there were other movies like Ali with Will Smith. Mm-hmm. And, Selma, which was,
Hidden Figures. How did you feel about Fantasia playing herself?
I think it worked back then. Like, I don't see her.
Yeah, because she was young.
Plus, she was still young back then, so she could still play her, like, high school self.
Yeah. Some people are like, oh, why are you... Because Toni Braxton had one, too. And she made an appearance in it. And someone's like, why are you making an appearance in your own movie? Your own biography?
It's about me.
Exactly.
I feel like there's nothing wrong. Like, if the people or, like, if the person is still alive and they're okay with, like, acting and, like, playing themselves, I feel like if they come out at the end and they're themselves, like, when it's about to be over, I think that's fine.
Yeah. What biopics do you think we need? For starters, one of our listeners sent in biopics that she thinks we need, and I agree with basically her whole list. Marvin Gaye, Luther Vandross. He needs one for real because...
Actually, I just heard something about Marvin Gaye.
They've been trying to say he's going to have one because I remember one time they said...
No.
Luke James
something bad that he did that I didn't know he did.
Oh, yeah. Let's not talk about it. Oh. Yeah. Stevie Wonder.
I think Stevie Wonder, that would be a good...
Yeah. It would be a good one because, Stevie Wonder, he worked with a lot of people. Mm-hmm. He has amazing music. And then back to Luther, he needs one because a lot of people don't even know he was gay. How old were you when you found out that Luther was gay?
I don't know. I mean, I know now. Like,
were you an adult?
I think so.
I knew as a kid. My mama was like...
No, I think I didn't know Luther was gay until I was an adult.
Because I remember when he died, it was in like a July, and I was crying.
Or like a teen, maybe.
Yeah. Who else do you think needs a documentary? I mean, a biopic?
So Mary J. Blige, I think.
Mm-hmm. Mary, yeah. Rick James.
People say Ron Isley and the Isley Brothers. I think that would be.
Mm-hmm. Prince.
Ron Isley, he's still out here performing. Yeah. I saw him at Essence Fest last year.
Oh, I bet that was good.
Yeah, with his old self. Mm.
I would like to see one by Charlie Wilson.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Okay.
My uncle said he saw Charlie smoking crack on the side of the street in Los Angeles.
How did he know it was him?
Because he still looked like Charlie Wilson.
When was this?
Oh, back long time ago when Charlie was on crack.
There was a lot of people doing crack.
Yeah.
Crack, heroin.
Yeah. Well, most of the singers, Etta James was doing heroin. Only person I feel like didn't do drugs that was coming up in that time. I don't know if Stevie Wonder did, but Tina Turner didn't do it either.
I have a question. Did you watch the Michelle and Obama?
I forgot about that.
What's her name?
Viola Davis.
Yes, played Michelle.
No, I never watched it, but I forgot about that.
Me either.
Yeah, that would be a good one. I mean, I need to go back and watch it.
As Obama being the first black president, I felt like. First black president, first lady.
Yes, a little bit. And she was a full black first lady.
I need to go watch it.
Yeah.
I just couldn't get past the mouth thing when people were talking about how she was trying to do her mouth like Michelle.
Wait, why was she doing it? If I was Michelle, I'd be like, okay, girl.
Well, maybe because it was Viola Davis, she just let her do her thing.
I don't care who you is.
I don't know. But I did forget about that.
Oh, the Clark sisters had one. That was a good one.
Yes, I watched
Clark
that on
sisters,
Lifetime.
yeah.
That was good.
I do wish, this is a non-celebrity, but I would love a biopic on my dad's wife. Like, I have it already like planned out, especially the opening scene. I'm not gonna say what the opening scene is because I don't want him to be like, why you put my business out there?
Yeah, because you always telling his business.
Okay.
But okay, on the like music side of things, like, and when I say music, I mean like rap music. I feel like Master P would have a good
one.
Good thing because he had Lil Romeo, he had the No Limit Soldiers, Silk
And
the
then
Shocker,
his business plans and all this, his investments.
because he started doing movies.
Yeah.
Then he had the basketball. He played professional basketball too. Oh, that's not based on his life. Well, like Space Jam is like loosely based on like Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
And he was in there.
Yeah. I didn't even think about him. You know, that's my cousin.
They're mine too.
Yeah. He is.
They tried to tell me my grandma. My grandma's maiden name is Jackson.
I'm trying to tell you Michael Jackson.
Her daddy was a Jackson. Her mama was a Jordan.
Oh. But yeah, they really say Michael Jordan is our cousin because of like where our people are from.
Where the money is.
Exactly. But look at my uncle. If you see my Uncle Wendell and Michael, they look alike. White people. My uncle was on the elevator. He's like, oh my God, you look just like Michael Jordan. And my uncle was like, yeah, that's my cousin. I'm Wendell Jordan. There you go, goddamn cousin. But I'm going to claim him.
He don't claim us. He don't like black people.
All right. So let's go ahead and wrap this up. Okay. Yeah.
One more person. Prince.
I said Prince.
Oh.
What about Raven?
Yes.
Raven Simone.
I think Raven has because she was a child actor, I feel like she would have a lot.
Oh, Lindsay Lohan. She got addicted to drugs. Oh my God, they could do how they did Cadillac Records? They could do one for Disney, like Disney stars. That would be good.
Amanda Bynes, Nickelodeon really did one on her.
Man, her and Lindsay and not Disney and Raven, those heifers raised me. What a Girl Wants, Confessions of a Drama Queen,
all that.
Oh my gosh, yes, all
Amanda,
that.
Please.
It's so crazy because now you'd be like, Shania, please.
That is crazy.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Who would have expected that? I used to want to be a psychologist. Like, I got into psychology because I wanted to grow up to be a psychologist to fix Lindsay Lohan. That's how much I loved her and I wanted her to get better. That I was going to go study psychology to fix her.
Oh, she's back.
She's back and that girl looks so good. That's a good... That's the facelift. But yeah, all right. You have anything else you want to add? Any biopics, any more that we need, or any biopics that shouldn't have been made, like the one Flex did?
Oh my God, that's the one that's going viral again because the Michael Jackson movie is coming out soon. So like the old movie with like Flex in the white face is coming back. And that's terrible.
Yeah, he shouldn't have.
Whoever
casted him for that, gave him that.
And the fact that he accepted that job and let them do him like that was
insane. And he should be, he needs a good belt to ass for that because
somebody should have sued if they did it.
Exactly.
Do you know that they sued?
I don't know, but if I was Michael Jackson, I would have been like, I really want to know his thoughts because Michael didn't hold back on what he thought. Imagine if Twitter and stuff was popping back then when that movie came out and Michael was alive. That would have been insane. But
I
yeah,
just can't believe they did that. Like, there's no way. Like, y'all thought that was okay.
exactly. But hey, now we got something good to laugh at least. I still haven't watched it. I might go watch it. But yeah. Oh, we didn't even mention the Jackson 5 American Dream.
Yeah.
Forgot about that. Go to bed.
And that's pretty much a given because,
Temptations.
yeah.
And then the 5 Heartbeats, we still gonna count that one, even though it's not a real group, but it
Ain't
is.
nobody come to see you, Otis. Yeah, I used to love Temptations and the Five Heartbeats would come on BET.
New Edition. Yeah, that one was good.
Yes, the New Edition movie was really good.
Yeah.
I think they casted that movie really well.
Because Woody went off to play Bobby, and then the Bobby and Whitney one, all that.
Yeah, because even the little Bobby, did the little Bobby play the little Bobby in the Bobby movie too?
Yeah, but he was barely in it. It was a little bit, because at this point it really wasn't much.
But
yeah, it was really good.
Did you watch the Bobby and Whitney movie?
With Yaya?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was good. Woody actually played the background dancer for Bobby, for the Bobby character in that one.
I can't remember if I actually watched it or not. Like, I remember it.
I watched it. My grandma was in hospital. We watched it up there, and my mom and cousins.
But I don't.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't.
It was really good.
Did you watch the Toni Braxton movie?
Hell yeah, I did.
Was it good?
I remember, yeah, her mom, because Olivia from Beauty and Black played her mama.
Yes, I do remember that.
And she did great. And then I remember they were talking about, they showed when her mom got upset because Toni got her boobs done. She even put in about her abortion she had because of the Accutane she was taking. She got pregnant. She had an abortion. She put all that in there.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was good. I was like, okay, wow, she's been really open about it. Okay.
Yeah, but I was about to say something. I can't remember what it was. Yeah, I'm sure we didn't name all of the ones, but
if y'all have any more biopics that we didn't name, make sure to leave them in the comments. And also leave a comment of who you would like to see in a biopic. It don't even have to be a celebrity. It could be somebody you know. Oh, I do want to play Jasmine Sullivan in a biopic. If they ever do one on her, call me. You know that people say I look like her.
But can you act? And can you sing?
I can take some acting classes. And I can lip sing.
Are you good at it?
I'll be good at it for a check.
And you do it too for a check.
Exactly. You got want me to sing real fast?
I love Coco Jones.
Said you want to be starting something. Got to be starting something. So high to get over. Too low to get under. You're stuck in the middle.
All right. So this is the podcast where we read it, watch it, and talk about it.
And sometimes we sing about it too. But anyways, y'all, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, all of that. We need the support. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.